Alex Jones here in studio. We're halfway into this worldwide broadcast. Your calls are coming up. We have a guest joining us as well a little bit later in the next hour. Owen Schroyer, Infowars.com reporter, who just got back from the debates the other night with incredible triggering of leftists and the fact that they have no common sense and were basically unable to defend their positions, except a few of them had to admit that they know Hillary Clinton covered up for Bill and is a predator and a criminal. It's just that Trump's a racist because he said all Mexicans are rapists. Isn't that interesting when he said a lot of criminals and rapists and robbers are coming over, just like criminals from the U.S. run to Mexico? He never said that, but this is how they operate. This is what they do. So we're going to be breaking all of that down coming up. But first, top story on drudgereport.com, Clinton's son speaks. And we're writing a larger article around this right now. We have been working with folks closely associated with Mr. Williams, and we're going to hold off until tomorrow with this. But there's a lot of things obviously going on and things afoot. And so we were told, drop the hammer now. So this was 10 minutes ago, talking to Williams and others. I'm just going to let you know that. And so, boom, this is his testimony, first ever seen, and it brings tears to my eyes because, listen, when I go see a movie like Kill the Messenger about Gary Webb, who won all those big awards for exposing CIA drug dealing and who's been exonerated, it was nauseating because I knew him well. He was going to come on the show and break his new book. I was talking to him weeks before he died. I know they killed him. They shot him twice in the head. And the media said it was a suicide. So, I mean, I've lived this, and I've lived 20 years ago having guests on about Danney Williams and the state police delivering $700 a month and Bill Clinton having Christmas presents delivered and Hillary coming and saying when he was a teenager, you can't talk to Bill or get money anymore, I'll have you thrown in prison. So they've been speaking out since then. And it fits into all the other abused women and the rest of it. So I believe Mr. Williams' story. He looks like Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton is known to have a penchant for ladies across the board. And it fits into the entire paradigm. And so this is important. Now, they famously, in a newspaper, of the Democratic Party, claimed that they had supplied a DNA test in the mid-90s. They did not do that. Then they said, oh, here's a test, but then it wasn't a DNA test. It was just completely made up. So we're about to premiere this 9-minute video where his reported son, alleged son, Danney Williams, is trying to reconnect with his father, Bill Clinton. Banished, the untold story of Danney Williams' search for his father. He's a father himself, hardworking man with a good record. And Black Lives Matter unless you're Bill Clinton's illegitimate black son. And this goes back to criticisms of, Thomas Jefferson not making, the kids he had with black ladies, his kids. So I guess he is William Jefferson Clinton, but not in a good way. There was the good part of Jefferson, Thomas Jefferson, not the good part of William Jefferson. But Owen Schroyer is here with us. Just a quick snapshot of this and your view of this about to break. And then we're about to premiere this for everybody. Again, it's powerful. What do you think?
Well, I think we can see really the fear in Bill Clinton right now. I mean, he's acting very neurotic. He's acting like he's really freaked out about all this.
Oh, yeah, let's put the creepy rape stare shot from the other night up there.
Yeah, you've got that. You've got how he acts during his speeches. You got even things that he's saying when he talks about Obamacare, about Hillary Clinton. It regularly happens where she faints. Oh, wait, no, it's not a regular thing. We had that weird email he sent out where there's an acronym, a secret message on the side that says stop her. So it's very strange what's going on with Bill Clinton. And this is kind of an approach that I take to all of this, Alex, that I don't understand why we wouldn't be seeing more of this. This is huge. If someone's accusing me of having an illegitimate son that's false, guess what? I'm going to do everything I can to put that to rest immediately. I'll go do a DNA test right now. I'll meet with you right now. Let's clear the air on this right now. Complete silence from the Clinton campaign. Nothing from Bill Clinton on this. And I think that Donald Trump should bring Danney Williams to the next debate as his special guest if Clinton does not address this before then.
Absolutely. Trying to go over the 1,000+ emails, and WikiLeaks is now actually releasing stuff that will get her indicted if there's any justice, where they are saying, he's given us $1 million. We've got to shut down this $9 billion lawsuit. You know, and then, okay, well, Chelsea's mad saying this is illegal. And it's Chelsea in here going, this is illegal. I don't want to do this. And they're like, shut up, brat. I mean, you know, the other Democratic Party operatives, it's all there. And then high-level Democratic Party meetings where they're saying the public's starting to wake up. We got to keep them in the dark. I mean, this is powerful stuff.
Yeah, and this Danney Williams thing is so powerful because it puts to rest, or I guess it even sheds a light on, all the double standards coming from the left, specifically Hillary Clinton supporters or Black Lives Matter. You know, Hillary Clinton, again, it's like she said multiple times, any woman who says that they've been sexually abused need to be heard. She ignores all of those.
And then Joy Behar, getting the same talking points, calls them tramps, including a girl that was 12 years old, raped into a coma. And Hillary Clinton represented the guy knowing he was guilty and then told the little girl she was a liar and liked it. Now, we're going to go to this piece. It's up on Infowars.com. If you're a radio listener, you're going to get to hear the audio of Danney Williams. If you're a TV viewer at Infowars.com/show and cable and UHF VF stations that are picking us up, you can see it. But the video is at Infowars.com. It went live just a little while ago on Danney Williams' new channel. And we're about to premiere it here. It's on Infowars.com. That's where it was first posted. And you can go see it, share it, get it out to folks, copy it to your channel, whatever. The point is we need to spread this. We need to put this on Facebook right now as well. So spread this to the four winds. It's the top link at drudgereport.com. That's the easiest place to find it. And share it. We're going to play this in its entirety, come back, comment on it, then go right to your calls. I know you've been holding, but we had to preempt you, obviously, callers, for something this big happening today. And just to be clear, we got a lot of background info we're about to publish as well. Talking to folks, I was told this was coming out today or tomorrow because I'm talking to these folks, but I'm obviously not in the mechanics of it all. And they said, no, now's the time, go ahead. So that's why we are putting this out there. I didn't want to scoop anybody. We were just told that we've been decided, you know, that of all the media and the Daily Mail and everybody else, WorldNet Daily, that they wanted to give it to us. So we're doing it. And so we're just following his wishes. So Mr. Williams wanted us to put it out. We're putting it out right now. Here it is, premiered at Infowars.com and DrudgeReport.com. Here it is. Banished is the name. The untold story of Danney Williams.
I have no doubt that I am Bill Clinton's son. It was common knowledge. Everyone in Arkansas knew. Everywhere I went, they pointed, that's Bill Clinton's son right there. He looked like him, don't he? The ears, the mouth, the chin, the teeth, the eyes, the nose. I see him in me. You can see a black Bill Clinton. When I brush my hair, I can see Bill Clinton with waves in his head. I always felt bad about him not wanting to be in my life. Was it because I was black? Was it something wrong with me? Why he don't want to be a part of me? It made me think of even sometimes suicide, and it has been hurtful. That he still refused to acknowledge me. Well, time was very hard, and my mom was a working girl on the streets. She was heavy on drugs.
My name is Lucille Bolton. My sister's Valerie Williams, Danney Williams' mother. She's a prostitute, and she, you know, hung around on the streets on 17th and Main. She met him on the streets.
I was told that she was with him on 13 occasions.
Yeah, like, you don't know, about 5 or 6 months after, you know, they had dated and everything, because she was pregnant with him.
My mom went to prison and lost custody of us. My Aunt Lucille stepped up and gained guardianship of us. She raised us in Little Rock, Arkansas. At the time, we was from group home to house. My Aunt Lucille wanted to have a father in my life. As a small child, she took me to the governor mansion.
There was a car coming at the front gate, right? And the gate swings open. I ran up in there and ran behind the gate, okay?
She was trying to get him to accept me and notice me.
When I got to the door, I asked for her, and the door was slammed in my face.
They slammed the door in her face. This is Bill's son. He had the black son out here.
And these little guys hit him off the side of the place.
Hillary, she had guys chase him off the property.
And I went to run and jump the thing. You know, get the hell out of
I read history. Basically goes back to slave owners. When they have a child with one of their slaves and the wives try to have them banished off the plantation. What century is this? It just wasn't right.
Every child in this state is somebody because we're going to give them every chance we can.
And honestly, we were needing child support at the time. My mom was in prison.
We was poor, okay? We had nothing. Who gonna listen to us, really?
My auntie was working at a gas station.
We have no money to pay lawyers. They just shut us up.
My mom told me on a few occasions where she was threatened.
She didn't leave them alone because we gonna come up missing.
She was also pushed out a 2-story window where she got a metal plate in her foot. To this day, she still feels scared of speaking.
And they was trying to get information about Bobby Williams' story so they can give her, I guess some hush money.
In fact, my mother did receive 7 $100 bills a month in the mailbox, even presents on Christmas that was delivered to my home by state troopers. So I felt he was trying to be a part of my life. And then when he became president, everything stopped. In 1995, when my father was president of the United States, the state of Arkansas put us in foster care. I lived in foster homes. It made me feel horrible because I know his child, Chelsea, was well taken care of, and we was house to house, hungry at nights. And to know that my father was the president, it hurts. Try to imagine that your own father refused to love you, refused to say that you exist, knowing who my father was and that he was so close yet so far away made my pain unbearable. Growing up in Little Rock School District System, it was difficulties because you got gang members, drug activities at the schools. And I wanted more to life. I didn't want to end up dead in the streets for nothing. Moving from home to home, not having a stable place to go. It came to a point in high school where I had to drop out to take care of my little sisters and brothers and make sure they were stable and able to go to school every day. I got a job full-time at a donut shop my 11th grade year to support my sisters and brothers. If I had the love and support of my father that stayed on me, made sure I had the best education, I feel I would have had a better life. In 1999, they tried to sweep me under the rug with Bill Clinton's friend publishing this phony DNA test. It never was a DNA test.
Roger Altman. Roger is a longtime friend of mine.
Just think about it. It was published in a tabloid owned by a donor of Bill Clinton. Even to this day, Megyn Kelly, Howard Kirk, they continue to quote this bogus DNA test, and it really hurts. I would love to see the DNA test done. Several times, I tried to reach out to the Clintons. People say all the time, you're gonna get yourself killed dealing with the Clintons. I wrote letters to his library. I wrote letters to addresses I got off the internet, even emailed him from Facebook on his Facebook pages. I never got any response back. Once in Little Rock, Arkansas, I visited the Clinton Library. I wanted to see how it felt to be his president, and he was speaking. But by the time we made it there, he was already gone. We took a tour through the library, and just to see all the things he'd done in the world, helping other kids in Haiti and, all the other places, it just saddened me because I never received any help from him. Hillary started running for president. She visited Little Rock at one of her campaign stops. I put myself right in front of the podium where she spoke. She was looking right at me, eye contact. In my heart, I was thinking she knew who I was.
I met with a small group of the Black Lives Matter activists.
It made me wonder if she's saying Black Lives Matter, why I don't matter to her.
I just felt for them.
I was going to introduce myself as Danney Williams, her husband's son, and her stepson.
I am a new grandmother, in case you haven't heard.
I had millions of questions to ask, why?
We're going to do everything we can to make sure she has every opportunity.
As soon as she spoke, she got out of there. I didn't get to talk to my stepmom. I could never imagine having a child and not acknowledge him. As I know how it feels to not have a parent in your life. I work construction. I am a person of faith. I take my kids to church every Sunday. I teach my sons how to keep bad language out your mouth, how to speak properly with yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. Recently, I've been telling my kids that their grandfather was the president of the United States. And they amazed by it. They're like, no, you know, is it for real? And I tell them, yes, you know, that is my father. And I'm gonna make sure you get to meet him one day. Hillary, please do not deny I exist. I am your stepson. Chelsea is my sister. And Bill is my father.
Super predators. We have to bring them to heel.
I felt bad when Hillary called black people super predators and that we need to be brought to heel. I'm black, I'm real, I am her stepson, and I deserve the love that she has given Chelsea. We hear my stepmother tells the nation every day, we're stronger together. They know who I am, and I know who I am. I have to meet my father. I have to know that he's willing to even accept me. I have to know that he, like any child, I want to know my dad and I want him to know me. I'm his only son in the world, and he's my only dad. We have to come together. We have to. If Black lives truly matter to you, please contact me.
At Danney_Williams. And we're going to put his Facebook up, obviously, that broke a few weeks ago as he went public there. We're going to link that in the article that's up on drudgereport.com. We're going to add that to there. I am the son of Bill Clinton. It's up on Infowars.com. It's the top story on drudgereport.com. Clinton's son, in quotes, speaks. And I've talked to, on record and off record, to the state police. People, by the way, have been killed for snooping around about this story and others, just so you know. So Mr. Williams, I think, is in danger. I think everybody is. These are very dangerous people. I came, I saw, he died, and so did hundreds of thousands of people in North Africa. You know, that's Hillary for you. And Joy Behar, you know, and The View were calling the rape victims and people tramps for daring to go to the debate. And at the end of the clips that we have up on Infowars.com from The View a few days ago, yesterday morning, they put a cherry on top and say, it doesn't matter. You know, Hillary would never have been with Bill if she knew about all this. She was in charge of it. She chose him because he was flawed and she could control him. She's always been the boss. She has him under control. That's why she didn't defend him the other night. And people couldn't believe it because it's all true. So we're going to play a short clip here of Joy Behar, just to give you an idea of how they attack the victims and what they do. Here it is.
That's why when he brought up these allegations, I wonder if she missed the opportunity to address it in a way that the public would understand that that's just not how you behave.
Well, see, the big issue. I would like to apologize to those tramps that have slept with my husband. Maybe she could have said that.
Wait.
And then the New York Times calls Donald Trump saying, women throw themselves at me. I'm such a big star. That's how narcissistic and arrogant. I don't like it. And Trump said he's grown a lot the last 11 years. But whatever. He's not selling missile seekers to the communist Chinese and putting jihadis in to kill 200,000 Christians and sell 5-year-olds into sex slavery. They're not making failed states everywhere. They're not sleeping in the same room with a daughter of the woman that runs basically the feminine side of the caliphate. I mean, you cannot make this up. And all the new emails about keeping us in the dark, creating race war, creating division. Owen Schroyer's riding a shotgun. I'm going to come back and take some of your calls. I had some big guests today, veterans that are here with a movie coming out about battles that happen and stuff, but I've got to move them to the 4th hour if they can do it. Or they're also being interviewed by Joe Biggs, but that's got to be preempted and invite them back because just too much is breaking. This was supposed to break tomorrow. And again, I'm not even in the soup. I was just told they wanted me to have one of the exclusives because they, Danney likes the show and has been in contact with Joe Biggs, actually. He likes Joe Biggs' work and my work. And so and I just am kind of a hands-off guy. If something falls in our lap, it does. I've known about the story 20 years, since he was like 10 years old. Williams knows that. And so look for more exclusives tomorrow. I'm just going to leave it at that for you. And what's more exclusive than a video of Danney Williams? Everybody can maybe do some math and what 2 + 2 equals. But briefly, this is an expensive operation to run. We just sent Owen up there with a crew to cover the big debates and got huge coverage, really important intel back to you and your family. We're your probe droids. We're out there around the world, around the country, ferreting, working, running around like madmen. And so, a lot of folks say that Hillary works like a demon. Bill says that. Well, we work like a I don't know, like dynamos around here. And I'm so proud of the crew and the work they're doing, and you, the listeners, that help us and support us with the info and more. So briefly, I'm going to throw this out to folks. We need your support. And we're ending a big special today. It's 23% off on our flagship product, DNA Force. Cleans out the cells, the mitochondria. You can actually say that. There's 175 studies just on BioPQQ. It's an amazing formula. If it looks like it's expensive, leading competitors are $400, $500, 4 or 5 times this, because just what's in a bottle costs us $40 to $50 just for one of the ingredients. So our products usually have 60, 70, 80, 100% markup. That helps fund us. The average industry has a 3, 4, 5, or even 6 or 7 markup. So no one can get something like this because it'd be $600. We don't do that. Only place they sell things similar are, again, are at medical clinics. They're not prescription, but people won't spend that money unless it's a doctor. Only place you get the next level nutraceuticals is at a doctor's office. We've decided to just go after the high-end clinics, offer stuff even better at 1/3 or 1/5 or 1/6 the price. InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. We can answer all your questions, take your order. Our new Biome Defense, amazing probiotics out, 2 different formulations. InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com. We'll be right back with hour number 3, straight ahead with the Danny Williams October surprise breaking here. Stay with us.
Talk show host is Alex Jones. He's a conspiracy theorist.
Radio talk show host Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
Radio talk show host and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones.
Deeply, I think, racist.
I just got called racist by MSNBC.
I don't want that man to have a gun.
1776 will commence again if you try to take our firearms.
The Alex Jones Show. Watch the free stream live at Infowars.com/show.
We're selling a product, DNA Force, that is the very best nutraceutical that we can produce. Dr. Group, you took years for you to develop DNA Force for us.
It's been something that I've been working on for a long time, Alex, because I think it's very, very important. What the aging process is when the cell replicates, we lose a little bit of our telomeres. Telomeres are the little cups on the end of our chromosomes.
And when it runs out, you start dying.
We chose the PQQ because it has over 175 different clinical trials. It's one of the most effective substances in the world. It works like an antioxidant. It works to repair nerve growth factor.
So this is a formula to deliver the maximum amount. It's in powder form.
We have so many 5-star reviews. I take this. This is the product that I take.
InfoWarsLife.com, and the profit we make, we fight the globals. We fight the New World Order. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.